want to talk about the GOAT, Michael Jordan. And Scottie Pippen had some things to say about him. I wanted to ask Lewis about it because we've talked about Michael Jordan versus LeBron. So let's just hear what Scottie Pippen has to say. Somebody who played with him, won championships with him. Let's see what he has to say.
LeBron will be the greatest statistical guy to ever play the game of basketball. And there's no comparison to him. None. So, does that make him the greatest player to ever play the game? I'll leave that out for debating because I don't believe that there's a great player because our game is a team game and one player can't do it. Like, I seen Michael Jordan play before I came to play with the Bulls. You guys seen him play. He was a horrible player. He was horrible to play with. He was all one-on-one. He's shooting bad shot, and all of a sudden, we become a team and we start winning. Everybody forgot who he was.
So, Lewis.
Yeah.
Is Jordan John Morant? Is that the same player, basically? That's what Scottie Pippen's saying. They were just standing around watching them score. He was taking bad shots. They were going in sometime, but he's overrated.
Somebody need to check. I know Scottie Pippen didn't play football, but I think he got some of that head injury like he got in football.
That CTE going on?
CTEWO, you know what I'm saying? That sounds like just straight up hate.
But does it make any sense? I can get what he's saying to the part where Michael Jordan was taking some shots. He was playing one-on-one. That's it. Michael Jordan was passing the ball too. He wasn't taking a lot of threes. Even Michael said, I saw an interview, they were asking about his three-point shots. He was like, I'm not going to shoot a bunch of threes because it's going to mess up my inside game and it's going to slow that down and people get comfortable. They hit 1-3. They're like, oh, I'm wide. I can hit this all day, and then it'll mess their game up.
All right, let me get to, I heard you, Brandon, but let's start off where you first said. He said Michael Jordan didn't change the game. That is a bold-faced lie. Michael Jordan made the sport international.
Right.
They used to have a nickname called his airness.
His airness, right.
He brought the National Basketball League worldwide. Yeah. They said, who is this guy could do all these things
over shots here in America? Hanging in the air.
Floating in the air. Like I said before, I dare somebody to watch Michael Jordan in his younger days in slow motion jumping in the air. It's almost unreal.
Right.
It's not like and to this day, Michael Jordan has the most ups recorded in the NBA.
Right.
So
go ahead.
All these jump. Oh, Durant is dunking like Michael Jordan was jumping higher
and hanging, and he'll pause in the air and adjust his shot, and then let it go if he wanted to. He was dunking on people too, but sometimes you know what? Let me see what I can do in the air. I'll flip it up like this, and it'll go in. We never saw anything like that before him. He did change the game, man. For Scottie to be like he was a horrible player. Remember when Jordan did retire after those 3 championships that they won? He went to go play baseball. Scottie Pippen was asking for Michael to come back. He was like, we got a pretty good team. Come on back, Mike. We need you.
They didn't really need him, Brandon. They lost 2 more games without him.
That's true.
They didn't really need him. You know.
So is he underrated? Was Scottie Pippen carrying the team?
No, it was a team, like Scottie Pippen said, it's a team sport.
Correct.
And they just went up. I guess they lost to the Rockets, right? Rockets won twice.
I think so. Yeah, with King. Yeah.
You had Lakeem Lamar's one, man.
And I think they had Clyde Drexler.
And Clyde Drexler.
Yeah.
And the guy with the bow-legged knees now who be talking.
I'm trying to think. Who do they have on there? Like
the
not
guy
Mario Ellie. They had
not
Bruce Bowen.
Who sits on the same show? Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley, a white guy. They have bow-legged Kenneth Smith on there. He wasn't bow-legged.
That was a solid team, and I think that's the important thing about basketball. You have everybody. You can't just have one superstar and a bunch of scrubs. You're not gonna get it done. Michael Jordan was one of the best basketball players in the league, but he also had a great team, and they also had a great coach. So all those things put together, they were unstoppable. Even when Michael left, they still were unstoppable. And when
Don't say it, Brent. Now you're bragging too much about Michael Jordan, Brent.
No, I'm not.
Think about it.
Go ahead.
I don't remember I don't know the scores. They ain't never blow out nobody.
No, they didn't do that.
It was straight competition.
Because it was 2-point baskets. you go down the court.
It was straight competition. The other team had nobody, and the Bulls were like, "Yeah, we beat them. How much you beat them by? By 6 points." It wasn't no blowouts or nothing.
No, it wasn't no blowouts. I bet you go back, you may see a couple, but it's not like it is today. Like, they played harder. They played start to finish. Now, if somebody's up by 10, they just turn it off and sub people out. But I think Michael Jordan was a selfish player. He expected a lot from the teammates around him, but he knew his ability, and he was like, "Look, I'm gonna pass it to Scottie sometime, and sometime I'm gonna take my man off the dribble, and I'm gonna be able to score." And he shot at a pretty high. I'm not gonna say a super high percentage, but most of the time when Jordan was shooting, he knew what he was doing. So but go ahead.
When he said he had taking bad shots, the bad shot 50%. So how shooting 50% taking bad shots?
And I'm pretty sure Scottie threw up some shots he wasn't supposed to shoot either. But I think Scottie is mad for a lot of different reasons. One is that Last Dance. Did you watch The Last Dance? I watched some of it. I didn't even get to finish all of it.
I watched it. That was about 3-4 years ago. That's 3 years. That was during the pandemic. The beginning of the pandemic.
Correct. And I think they were saying Scottie was mad about some of the way Jordan was talking about him and his contract, and he took the money, and they were telling him you should wait and get more money on the back end, but he ended up taking the money up front. And not to mention, Michael Jordan's son is dating his ex-wife, so he's gonna have some feelings about that. And that's a big thing for a man to stomach. Your teammate, the one that you hate, his son is dating your ex-wife, so that's a lot right there. And
are they divorced yet, Brandon?
I'm pretty sure they are. I'm pretty sure they are because they're both.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you sure? Are they still married?
I would almost bet money that they're divorced.
Why?
It's just been so long. She was dating Future too. That doesn't mean much, but I'm just saying I think they've moved on and Scottie has done the same.
Okay, yeah, okay. I guess they just got divorced.
Yeah.
Just. Okay.
But do you think Scottie has any room to talk? Because he's been campaigning for LeBron to be better than Jordan. And I think we agree with that. We would say LeBron is a better all-around player. Do you agree with that?
And some people say if you're a better all-around player, that makes you the GOAT.
Right. I think so.
But Mike, I'd rather have LeBron James on my team than Michael Jordan any day of the week.
And why is that? Because he's a better teammate?
He's a better teammate. I got a feeling Michael Jordan gonna be managing all your positions. If you say something to him, only thing he understands is knuckles to knuckles.
That's what I'm gonna say. Can you see LeBron punching a teammate? Can you see LeBron gambling? I'm not saying he hasn't done that.
I can see LeBron before social media. I can see LeBron doing that, but I don't think they'll push him too much. But Michael Jordan, I think if you don't do his way, if you don't hit it, y'all knuckles to knuckles.
But is that a good way to be though? Does that brings out the best in people, but not necessarily the best chemistry wise for your team?
Sometimes they don't bring out the best in people, Brandon. Sometimes they don't. They was winning, so winning. They were winning,
right?
Winning overlooks everything. Yeah.
Now, do you think they were glad when he retired? I don't think they were glad when he retired the first time. Remember when they won 3 championships? His dad.
No, they wasn't glad. Why you be glad you won 3?
He's a horrible player. He's a bad teammate. You wouldn't want to play with somebody like that, right?
But you win it.
Right? Yeah.
You win it. You mean Shannon Sharp? He was getting all that money, and the man was cursing him out.
With Skip?
We talked about this multiple times.
Degrading them? Yeah. Or just
Skip was degrading them. Skip said, I talked to the white boys over here. we didn't say I had to do nothing. Bayless on public, and Skip is supposed to be one of the good boys. He was raised by his black family he talks about.
And then you do a video about how Skip uses words like a stud and all that kind of stuff, and how those words, people may feel like, oh, that's just how he's talking. He's just using basketball terms. But the psychology behind a lot of those words tells you who that person really is. Do you agree with that?
Yes, Skip was born. Brandon, let's question you. How old is Skip?
He's about 65, maybe. Is he
He's about 71. So my mom parents are like 72. So he was born like 52, 53.
Mm-hmm.
In 52 or 53, black people couldn't go inside stores.
Right. And he saw this.
In 52, 53, him and the owner of the Cowboys Jerry Jones was out there saying black people don't need to come in our schools.
And so let's block them. Let's block them from coming in our schools because we're clearly different. They don't belong where we belong.
In 1953, in the daytime, they wear a police badge. And at nighttime, they wear a white hoodie. And watch this, Brandon. In 2023, daytime, they wear a police badge. And at nighttime, they're on the internet in the hoodie.
Correct. You said on the internet.
Yeah. It's the basically the same thing. Skip Heath, man. Shannon Sharp, done. He done. Guys, if you want to be professional, you're supposed to do it. Has Shannon Sharp does it. You take a regular coon from the streets. Shannon Sharp say something crazy, he'll be fussing at him right there on the spot. The whole thing will blow up.
But you know how hard that is because you know how many people were coming at him. And we came at Shannon Sharp too, not saying we're anybody, but the whole internet was coming at him. Like, you got to stand up for yourself. You got to say something to Skip. What did he do? Came on the air, did his job.
No, man, we didn't say that. We said he was getting his money. He ain't gonna mess up his money. That's what.
But I'm just saying we had critiques of what's going on and how he should handle it.
How did we say? How would we say?
I can't remember, but we were saying his treatment wasn't right. He shouldn't stand for it. He shouldn't stand for it. And like I say, he didn't stand for it. And this is the results. He said he got to buy out. He's separating himself from Skip because I think Skip thinks he can make another Shannon. And sometimes you feel that way. Or you can find another Shannon. But he got lucky. He's had Stephen A. Smith. Like, he's found the right people at the right time. So it'll be interesting to see who he gets next. Or if he gonna just do it solo.
He can't do it solo. You seen it when they blow up with Hammond. He had a heart attack. With the guy for the Buffalo Bills had a heart attack.
Yeah. They had somebody else on the show. I didn't even.
No, they didn't have nobody else on the show. Shannon called out sick or something.
But did they replace him or did
Skip and that white girl was, man, that was the weirdest episode. Skip was in his shoe like this. Yeah, this. That was the weirdest. He couldn't do the show.
I don't blame him because you're good. Skip is good at what he does, but Shannon brings a lot to the table. He brings a lot of knowledge and insider information that Skip just doesn't have. Skip has been in the locker rooms. He's talked to players. He has that side, but you need both.